Hey guys, I'm back with another video. This one's going to be a little bit more of a shorter one. So in this video I wanted to talk about stunning enemies and preventing enemies to be indefinitely stunned. So for this example I just increased the health of this enemy by a bunch and created a bunch of these towers that all have a 10% chance to stun. So you can see there it got stunned once, twice. Oh, you're not going to see it because it's going to get destroyed. But basically what I wanted to do was after 3 stuns, 3 consecutive stuns within 15 seconds, I wanted to set a timer to not allow it to be stunned again for 15 seconds. So there it just got stunned 3 times in a row and then hasn't gotten stunned again. Build a couple more of these. So there it's just getting stunned again. 1, 2. There's a third one. And then it won't get stunned for 15 more seconds. So how I did that, I can explain a little bit how the stun works. So in my tower class, when I'm damaging an enemy, I check the stun percentage on this tower. So that one had a 10% chance to stun. So what it does is it rolls and checks to see if I'm within that percentage. So 10% of the times it will stun them when it shoots an arrow. So what I do is on that enemy, I call an apply stun function and send in the duration that this tower stuns it for. So if I hop over to my enemy class, my apply stun function. So ignoring all the diminishing return stuff, basically what it does is it checks if I'm stunned. I don't do anything because I'm already stunned. It doesn't override it. And then I start up a coroutine to stun the target. And in that coroutine, all it does is it checks the stun seconds. So that would be 3 seconds in this case. So basically it keeps track of those 3 seconds, checks every frame to see if it's been more than 3 seconds. Then once it's 3 seconds have passed, it sets my state back to not being stunned. So how I added the diminishing returns on it was in my apply stun function. I have another coroutine for the stun DR. So if I'm stunned or if I trigger the stun DR, do nothing. Otherwise, I start a counter to keep track of how many times I've been stunned before that 15 seconds has been reset. So up here, I just have it, here's all my stun variables. I had the cooldown set to 15 seconds. And the count starts at 0. So if I go back, so I start counting how many times I've been stunned. So if the amount of times is over 3, so on my 4th one, I trigger the stun DR and don't do anything. But so if I go back to my stun coroutine, every time I stun an enemy, I also start the stun DR coroutine. So in the stun DR coroutine, I'm checking whether or not it's been 15 seconds. And after it's been 15 seconds, I reset the stun DR, set it to false, and then reset the counter back to 0. So let's say I trigger the stun, I get stunned my first time, I start the stun DR, and then let's say on second 4, so the stun lasts 3 seconds. On second 4, I get stunned again. So my count is at 1. I call the stun again. It sees that there's a stun coroutine already running because it hasn't been 15 seconds. So it clears out that coroutine, starts another one. So it'll be 15 seconds from the second stun now. So let's say I get stunned for the third time before that 15 seconds has run up. It's going to do the same thing, stop it. My count is at 3 now. Start up another one. And then on my fourth stun, I'm going to check. Oh, I've already got stun 3 times. So it's going to set the DR to true, return and not do anything. But that coroutine from the third stun is still running. So after those 15 seconds, I can get stunned again. Just going to set the DR to false, reset the counter. So there's like some games do it where like I'll get my first stun is 3 seconds, my second stun is like 1.5 seconds. So I'm not doing that. So each stun is still the full 3 seconds. It just can't get stunned again 15 seconds after that third one. Or if it just gets reset between, the first and seconds is more than 15 seconds apart, it wouldn't matter. Typically, you're not going to have this many towers at stun, but just in case, I didn't want like an enemy or like a boss to get like kind of gridlocked in the maze. It kind of has like a easy way to keep them there. But that's pretty much it for this video. I've been trying to work on the UI some. You can see like the wave count up here and the time until the next wave starts. My lives, how much money I have. But this is just kind of like a rough UI. All my UI is pretty rough. But that'll be a future video. But that's all for this one. See you guys in the next one.